Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Mikasa Sukasa. I am your host, Niko House, and I urge you all to join our One Follow $1 campaign on Patreon. You can do so by clicking on the link in the description below, donating just $1. Also, I urge you all to join our road to 10,000. Hashtag 10K, hashtag 10 G's. We are getting closer and closer every day, and I urge you all to be with that journey. I promise you, you press that subscribe button, you will not regret it, because no matter what, you are going to get the objective, unmitigated truth. And that, once again, is what we are here to talk about today. Now, there are a lot of people during this government shutdown, which I told you all was not going to last very long. I told you it was just grandstanding. I did a podcast about it. I did a YouTube about it. But I also kept pointing something out that many people kind of keep failing to address. The DACA and the wall were included. The Republicans tried to pretend as if they wanted nothing to do with DACA. Because remember, DACA was actually supposed to be really killed in September of last year. Really, even before that, Trump kept talking about it. But it wasn't. And they even tried to make it seem like the illegal immigration problem, which, by the way, being on DACA is the opposite of being an undocumented citizen for the 50th time, in case you were wondering. Now, I mean, you're getting a visa, and then on top of that, you're eligible for a work permit. That is the opposite of illegal immigration. If they were illegals and they didn't do their paperwork, just so you know, then they wouldn't actually be able to be tracked. You wouldn't know how many dreamers there were if you couldn't count their dreams, in a sense. Sorry, I mean, this is common sense to me, but hey, the whole put your country first, put ours first. Oh, y'all, you about to get a kick out of this one. Your president, Donald Trump, he's been failing recently. He's put troops indefinitely back into Syria. Indefinitely. He put 30,000 Kurds on the Turkish border with intention on attacking Syria from the north. They're claiming it's a defense mechanism, a defense measure, but it's not. They're pretty much planning on attacking Iran because they're claiming that Iran is going to attack Israel, which is not going to happen. It hasn't happened in the past. It's probably not going to happen in the future. The whole Israel thing are the Arab countries and the Dead Sea countries attacking Israel. It's a scapegoat. They're not really going to do that. If they wanted to destroy Israel, they could have done it by now. Israel's this small with like one nuclear weapon, okay? So, but he was never going to actually to get rid of DACA. He was going to in the beginning because of his constituents, and he made this big deal, right? We got to take care of ours first. But why do you think he agreed on the bipartisan bill? Why do you think the Republicans decided to push the bipartisan bill through? Well, the government shutdown was a spectacle, but the legislation didn't change when they got rid of the shutdown. DACA is still there. The wall is still there. It seems like he's appeasing two sides, and that's because he is. You all forget how friendly Donald Trump is with Benjamin Netanyahu. You all forget how friendly Trump is with AIPAC. And you all also forget how clear AIPAC is on the issues of immigration and on the issue of DACA. They want DACA in place. Israel has a lot of citizens here. They want them to be able to stay. They have domestic interests in our country that rely upon Israel having access to our borders in pretty much every way possible. I mean, they get damn near free school depending on what visa you have. You get a social security card depending on what visa you have. I mean, you get a lot for coming from Israel into the United States. DACA was going to threaten that. The ending of DACA was going to threaten that. You even have Jerusalem Times reporting on the U.S. Jewish groups vowing to fight Trump's decision to repeal DACA. U.S. Jewish organizations across the political spectrum expressed outrage at President Donald Trump's decision on Tuesday to cancel the Deferred Action for Children Arrivals Program, DACA, and vowed to take action against that. Trump delayed implementation of the cancellation for 6 months to give Congress time to act. Established by the Obama administration in 2012, DACA allows certain illegal immigrants or illegal aliens who were brought to the country as children to receive renewable 2-year periods of deferred action from deportation in eligibility for work permits. The decision to cancel this program puts more than 800,000 young people called Dreamers who have lived in the United States for most of their lives to risk deportation. This is being fought by people like the CEO of the Defamation League. Where are we at? Give me a second. What is it? The American Jewish Committee? I mean, pretty much every major every major Jewish group that's Israeli, and you can guess that because they're foreigners. That's why it's covered in the Jerusalem Post. But yeah, Trump and Israel like this, bro. All of a sudden, he was not hearing it when Mexicans were fighting it. And he convinced y'all somehow that it was about just illegal immigration and taking care of ours first. Oh, no. It's about kicking out the brown people. I'm being honest with you. Like, if this is not... He only deferred the execution of DACA when Israelis spoke up about it. That's the only reason. So how do you keep out the brown people from South America and make sure you get to keep the Israelis that you already have here and maintain your cozy relationship with Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel and AIPAC? Well, that's simple, people. You pass DACA, which is they're going to negotiate on it because AIPAC is requiring them to. And they own most of the Republicans, if not all of them. They definitely own Trump. And then you pass your wall to make them think, yeah, I still hate the brown people. Everybody wins. And the Republicans had y'all convinced that this was DACA versus Chip. No, they were never going to get rid of DACA. AIPAC gave them their marching orders. AIPAC gave Trump his marching orders. They were never going to get rid of it. Sorry. So I sincerely hope, people, that this was a little bit of an eye-opener for you. And like I said, the reality of the situation is you're being pit against each other. They want to make you think this is about illegal immigration and protecting your own and taking care of your own first. But it's not. It's about using your fears of stereotypes that were embellished by certain politicians, media heads, pundits, movies, whatever. Using those stereotypes against you and convincing you that this was about anything whatsoever besides achieving agendas for particular parties and particular interests. Leave your comments and your thoughts below. I'd love to know what you think. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and donate $1 to that Patreon. Follow that $1 campaign. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, find your balance. Peace.